Forgot something. Forgot to turn the light on. There we go. That's what I fucking needed. That was the one thing I was missing, was the light on in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, holy hell, I am an ugly motherfucker. Maybe I should go turn it off. Maybe I should go turn that light back off, huh? What do you think? Should I turn that fucking thing back off? I don't know. We'll see. I don't want the mic too much in front of me. Right about there. Starting to get the beard back, which is a good thing because I fucking desperately need it. It has completely hindered my entire existence. Hold on. All right, hold on. We're also going to be live on TikTok if you'd rather fucking go there. FYP. Here we go. It's good to be back. Get a job. Gain, I saw you in the last stream. I'm sorry I didn't shout you out. It was kind of at the end of my stream. But what's up, man? How we doing? Fucking hey. Did I miss you? Been a while. Oh, what? Okay, no. Shit. I'm dumb. But, what's going on? Ooh, fucking hey. Hold on. I'm currently trying to set up... Well, a lot to talk about. A lot of things went on, especially in the past couple days. I think the big thing, if we're talking football, I'll go right into it. Obviously, the whole Shedeur Sanders starting on Sunday for the Cleveland Browns, on top of the fact of him playing for the first time in his career, finally getting some. Finally is a strong word when it comes to this. I would say, getting himself out on the field. It is, the Shedeur Sanders thing is very confusing, and I'm going to go into it right away. Seeing a lot of stuff pop up, but it's not popping up in my oh, that's why. Hold on. I'm not in the multi-stream. Hold on a minute, guys. I've been missing stuff. What? I ain't talking to you. I thought you were going to buy a new hat. I have two hats, but I don't feel like wearing the other one. So Shedeur Sanders' situation is a wild one. And Ardell, by the way, crazy fucking Islander Stars game last night. That was absolutely nuts. Nuts. Somebody on TikTok asked me, give me your 7 NFC playoff teams in order. Give me a minute on that. Let me talk Shedeur real quick because I want to get this out there. So the whole thing with Shedeur Sanders, I think I think the thing that nauseates me about the whole situation, the whole thing that nauseates me about everything is just how much people are going out of their way to make it seem like what he did last week was anything short of, a terrible performance. But I also want to play devil's advocate here with the whole thing. I think the Cleveland Browns are probably the most incompetent organization in football right now for what they've done, for drafting a kid like him, having him be the backup, having 2 separate rookie quarterbacks, and not having any structure, not having a veteran quarterback in there to show these guys the ropes even remotely. I think this has been a complete fucking disaster. It's the Cleveland Browns fucking up an entire situation. I don't think Shedeur Sanders could possibly be in a worse place for him to succeed. I don't think he's a very good quarterback either. I think you can think both things. I think Dillon Gabriel's not in a good spot to succeed either. I think the Cleveland Browns have completely made a mess of this whole situation. Now Shedeur Sanders is going out there because they have to throw him out there. And you've got people that are arguing about him and talking about him like he's the next fucking Tom Brady, like he's the next fucking big thing. And it's just so insane to me that, y'all bring him up, they are better than y'all bring him to the Jets, they are better. I mean, listen, I know incompetence. I've seen the Jets. I've been a Jet fan my whole life. The Jets are incompetent. I'm not saying that we're any less incompetent than the Cleveland Browns. But the Cleveland Browns, this whole situation is so fucking insane to me. There's just no structure in the organization. There's no possible way that he's going to be able to succeed. Him or Gabriel, both of them. It's just a terrible situation. You had Joe Flacco there for a few weeks. You had this. Alonso signed with the Phillies, yeah. Everything is about race for people that are stupid. I mean, yeah, what's funny? I had a guy tell me on the video, he's like, Dillon Gabriel's not getting the job back for y'all. Like, for y'all? What do you mean for y'all? I don't have any fucking connection to that. I don't care about Dillon Gabriel. I think Dillon Gabriel sucks too. like equally. It's just ridiculous what's been going on. I think the Browns totally fucked up this situation. There's no way for either one of these guys to succeed because there's no fucking leadership. There's nobody that can you kind of need a veteran on the sideline to prepare you for an NFL game. Joe Flacco was there for a few weeks, and then all of a sudden they rug pulled fucking Dylan Gabriel, threw him out there. You got Shedeur Sanders sitting behind him, who really doesn't understand what would it be to get who I would not expect to understand what it would be to prepare for a game, as well as Dylan Gabriel. Being a Jet fan, you have a couple inches to suicide, I imagine. I wouldn't say that. I don't let my sports fandom drive me to that, but it's Rob Dyrdek. Wow. I've never heard anybody call me Rob Dyrdek, but I'll take it. I've been called worse. But no, I would never let my sports fandom get me there. I have enough going on in my life, sharpshooter. But listen, being a Jet fan's miserable. I'm not going to tell you that. Pats Nation, Jets suck. Hell yeah. Thanks, guys. We're on a roll tonight. Do you agree with benching Fields? I mean, I'm so indifferent to it. I don't think it's going to change anything. The thing with Justin Fields is he was so bad this year. Justin Fields has not been playing well. Jets fan, my condolences. Damn. I don't know. I think playing Tyrod Taylor, they might win too many games, and I'm not a fan of that. I don't want the Jets to be winning games at this point. But from a standpoint of trying to win games, I think if Tyrod Taylor was playing from the beginning of the year, the Jets probably would have maybe 1 or 2 more wins, maybe 3. I don't think they'd be a playoff team one way or another. I think definitely Tyrod Taylor's a better option in terms of winning football games. I don't want to win football games, though. But, Ardelli, so you were at that game last night. That must have been sick. I mean, I can't imagine the sound in that building when they scored that goal and then the disappointment. Jets wish they had Shedeur. I mean, I would say I think Shedeur Sanders would be in a better situation right now if he was with the Jets. I just think Cleveland's such a terrible spot for him. But I'm glad he's not here. Now, I heard your team is looking at Kyler Murray. I didn't hear that. Fields should not be starting for any team borderline out of the league. I don't think Justin Fields is ever going to get another shot at a starting quarterback job. I think the Jets were in a weird place where they weren't going to go after a rookie quarterback. I would have liked to keep Aaron Rodgers, but I think the second best option was take a shot on Justin Fields, in my opinion. He was young enough. It was worth a chance. It didn't work. Not as bad as the butt fumble. Don't talk quarterback. You guys had Aaron Rodgers. How about them Steelers? Yeah, Robert, that's a lot of... I thought you said Pats Nation. What do you mean, how about them Steelers? Like, which one is it, man? Like, do you root for all the teams or what? Like, yeah, maybe get the number 1 pick so the Jets can ruin them. That's the thing. I don't trust the Jets to develop a quarterback anyway, but, get a bunch of picks, see what happens. We had Aaron Rodgers. Like, I would have been fucking fine keeping Aaron Rodgers. Everybody knows that. I've said that from the start. I think if the Jets had any interest in actually winning football games this year, they would have kept Aaron Rodgers around. Do I think the Jets would be a playoff team right now? No. Jets have a bad front office. I don't agree with that at all. I think the Jets front office is fine right now. I trust Daryl Muji. I trust him with all the moves he's made. I like that he traded away fucking Sauce Gardner and got a haul back for him. I don't think the Jets front office is the problem right now. I think it's a very current bad core. It's not a very talented roster. You damn right, Pats Nation, you need Kirk Cousins. I'm good on Kirk Cousins. I've had enough of Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins would have been cool 7-8 years ago. I don't want Kirk Cousins. But you said Pats Nation. You said, how about them Steelers? I don't know, man. You're confusing me. But, you know me. I would have been all in on the Jets keeping Aaron Rodgers. I think if they had any real thoughts of winning this year, that would have been the best move. But, it's what soured me on Aaron Glenn from the start. It's what soured me on the whole idea. I didn't think Aaron Glenn was a great hire when it happened. I love that Aaron Glenn was a Jet. I just never thought he was a good coach. I gotta start drinking more water. I'm sorry. I gotta get my water in. But Mac Jones to the Jets, do not give Mac Jones. The quarterback class is weak for this next draft. I would actually feel bad for the Jets if they waste the number 1 pick on one. I wouldn't mind taking Fernando Mendoza, but other than that, I'm not really high on any of the quarterbacks. It's because you're... Wow, okay. Hold on, I gotta try to read this again. It's because you're a Jets fan, always confused, all good. You look like your quarterback now. It would be you are a Jets fan. Again, I guess Boston education. You guys don't learn anything up there. I get it. I understand. I feel bad for you guys. I feel bad for the children that have to grow up in the Boston school system. It's so clear in Robert Alexander 6990. I get it. It's confusing for people with educations from Boston, which pretty much equates to a maybe 7th grade New York education. I'm going to let it slide, man. I'm going to grade you on a curve. I understand. You're trying. You're trying your hardest. And that would be trying your YOUR hardest. Just in case you have no idea. As a Patriots fan, I'm sorry for you. Don't be. I don't really care. It must be fucking nice. Honestly, Boston sports fans, you have no idea how fucking easy you have it. Tell me why Kawhi Leonard is not suspended for a year? I don't know. I don't understand why Kawhi Leonard is playing basketball. Listen, if the roles were reversed, JB, I don't think I would care. Like, I don't think you should feel bad for us. I think you should keep fucking pounding on us, keep destroying us, keep making the Jets your fucking, like, keep smacking the Jets around until the end of time, as long as you can. Enjoy this while you can. It is the worst feeling in the world being on the other end of it. And if I were you, I'd be fucking basking in it every day. I wouldn't feel bad for me at all. Woody Marks, to our Islanders are on fire. That hit on Romanov, though. Our Islanders are red hot right now. Great road trip. That hit on Romanov was awful. Are you rich? Because I don't know anyone else who goes on vacation and travels like you. I mean, Nathan, I was in my house. I was stuck in my house for like a year, and I was still getting paid by work. So I just needed to get away. I wouldn't say I'm rich. I watched your start a business idea. You made a great decision by the way, getting better at English. I like that, Carter. Yeah, man. Don't take my advice ever. I would say my advice is never good. But yeah, Rob, the Islanders look really good right now, man. Rob on TikTok. Yeah, I'm loving what the Islanders are doing. I'm loving the way they're playing right now. My TV just went off. I have no idea why. You're not broke either. Again, I wouldn't say I'm rich. I'm not like, I don't spend a ton of money. I'm good at not wasting my money, I would say. Woody Marks, Quinshon Judkins, Javonte Williams, Bucky Irving, Emmanuel Wilson. Which two? Oh, wow. Tough one. I'd probably go Judkins. Oh, I like Woody Marks a lot right now. I'm big on Woody Marks. Look, Nathan, I'm not going to say I would say I'm just, I don't waste money on things. Like, I enjoy traveling, and I'm going to spend money on traveling once in a while. Do I start Woody Marks, Kamara, or BTJ? You think Garrett gets 1K? I don't think so. I don't think Garrett Wilson comes back. He's rich. Don't let him fool you. He's got Daddy Trump money. I do not have that kind of money. No. Well, I'm happy for you. I'm a slave and work all the time, and I'm still broke. Yeah, Nate, like, I've gotten lucky with a couple things. I think I've told you I've gotten, like, I've made some money off some investments and stuff. I've been okay. Is Shedeur good enough to start? He's going to have to be. That's the thing. Shedeur Sanders is going to have to be good enough to start. He's going out there. I feel like it's kind of a rush job. I feel like the Browns have not done a good job of setting him up for success. I also don't think Shedeur Sanders is that good. I think this, it would be a nice story if Shedeur Sanders went out there and fucking lit it up. I don't see it. I think the Browns have been such a dumpster fire. The Browns have done nothing to prepare these rookie quarterbacks well enough. They haven't created a good environment for these guys. And on top of it, I don't think Shedeur is that good to begin with. Shedeur is better than any Jets quarterback in history. That's just not true. Come on. Why just beat Baltimore? Lamar is injured, so we have a chance to. We could. I think it's very possible. Jets fan talking? Yeah, a Jet fan talking. Absolutely. I know what incompetence looks like. I can fucking smell it from a mile away. I've seen it my whole life with the Jets. The way the Cleveland Browns have run this year, have run this organization, it's absolutely hilarious. Like, that they think anybody could succeed. Not Dylan Gabriel, not Shedeur Sanders. This is a terrible fucking situation. Cleveland Browns are the smartest team in the NFL. Why? As a Giants fan, I love Jackson Dart, but he's getting too many concussions. It's not good that Jackson Dart can't stay healthy for... should have just kept Aaron. I was all for keeping Aaron Rodgers. I didn't think Aaron Rodgers did anything. Jets tossed away the number one pick because the Titans won't win another game. Oh, 100. Yeah. No, the Titans are miserable. The Titans are up there. The Jets, I don't think are getting the number one pick. I don't think it's possible. Even without Lamar, the Jets don't stand a chance with Baltimore at all. I don't know if they don't stand a chance at all. They probably still don't stand a chance. Baltimore's very good. Bro, I thought you were... You know how many people have said that to me in the last couple days? I just understood the reference. I just looked it up. Somebody was saying that to me yesterday. And I see it. I know what you're talking about. But no, I am not Thundercock. A-Rod, Brett Favre, Gino. Yeah, I think he's just fucking around. Trade Genty for Pickens. If somebody's letting you do that, 100%. You trade Ashton Genty for George Pickens. The Raiders' offensive line is so bad. My wife gave me 4 beers. Should I stream and chug all? Yes, 100%. I think that's a great idea, Carter. I will never promote drinking except when you're going to stream it and chug them all. Go for it. I have Woody, Harvey, Swift. Oh, if you have all those running backs too, definitely do it. How do you feel about Justin Fields? I think his time's up. I think he did enough. I think he's done enough. He's done everything he can. Are you happy with the Sauce and Williams trade? I'm definitely happy with the Sauce trade. I think the Quinn and Williams trade was a fair deal. I don't think the Jets were going to win keeping Quinn and Williams around. I don't think it mattered. Get the draft capital. I'm all for it. Who's worse, Fields or Zach Wilson for the Jets? Zach Wilson showed some signs of life. Justin Fields had that one really good week. By default, I think it was Zach Wilson. Who should I start as my running back 1 and 2 then? I'd probably go Harvey and Woody. Y'all going to the Super Bowl? Don't worry, yeah. And then I'm going to shut my fucking PlayStation 5 off and stop playing Madden. Nathan, I'm very happy with the Sauce trade. The Quinn and Williams trade was a little bit iffy. I think he was worth the first-round pick. I think it was I think it was fair both ways. Quinnen's already playing well. Good for him. What's your entrepreneurships, Flay? My entrepreneurships. This. Who's the worst quarterback you've seen play for the Jets? For me, it's Trevor Siemian. Same year. Some more. If I'm saying that right, if I'm not, I apologize. I think the worst quarterback I've seen play for the Jets is probably Luke Falk. That was the same year. That was right after Siemian tore his Achilles. Luke Falk was so bad that they couldn't even run any pass plays. It was like they had to just fucking screen everything. Everything was thrown to Le'Veon Bell to the point where he almost died on the field. Fields would be a top 5 running back if he switched. I think Fields has potential to switch positions and play. He's a great athlete. He could do it. Bro, how the hell did you get him? How the hell did I get in my car? Uh-oh. No, get out of your car, dude. Don't do that. It's like, how did I get in my car? I hope you're not in your car. About to go back to work. Can I get a motivational speech? Nathan, here's my motivational speech to you. You're going back to work right now. Keep grinding. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you can while you're doing it. Opportunities are going to come. You're going to grow. Just keep going. Keep pushing. And keep striving to make yourself better, man. Just realize these are the early days of something great. These are the beginning days of something great for you. You're in that stage where 20 years from now, you're going to be like, I remember when I was doing this. I remember when I was doing this job. Like, today, you go back to work. Thanks, bro. Much love. Nathan, have a good night. Get out there. You're going to do great things someday. I have a math exam tomorrow that I might fail. Any advice? Samir, do everything you can to study, man. Study. Know the material. Do what you're doing. Study the formulas, whatever it is. Just have a basic understanding of what you're doing so you don't walk into the test blind. If you go in there, you can't figure it out. It is what it is. Just try your hardest. Study and take your time. Absolutely. Dodger fan, thanks for the heart me, man. It's not a country. I'm in Yugoslavia. It's not a country. What is it? Why are the Jets so bad this year? I could think of a million different reasons. Dodger fan with all the Go Populars on TikTok. Thank you. I don't know where I am. Uh-oh. We have Carter. Carter's lost right now. So, Carter, look around. Can you tell me some of the things that are around you? Let's try to help you. I love your energy. I'm a Jet fan, too. Listen, man, I'm trying to keep, I try to keep things light around here. China. How'd you get to China, dude? Do you think the Chiefs go to the playoffs? I think so. I feel like the Chiefs will end up in the playoffs. Very tough right now. Very weird situation. I'm streaming live right now on TikTok as well as YouTube. So I'm kind of jumping back and forth between chats. Is Woody's son worse than him? I don't know, man. I don't think Woody's son has done anything. I don't think he's had to make any decisions. I can't imagine somebody being worse than Woody. I truly hope not. Who's the worst NFL team? I'd have a tough time not saying the Tennessee Titans. They've been fucking awful. The Raiders look bad too, but I don't know. There's a lot of teams you could say. The Jets are in that conversation too. Judkins or Emmanuel Wilson. I'd probably go Judkins this week. What do you think of the Jets reset? I think it was great. I think everything the Jets did was phenomenal. I think, trading Sauce Gardner, trading Quinnen Williams, you're losing these guys. These guys were not gonna be a part of the winning culture anyway, and not by their fault, by the fact that the franchise has totally fucked up their good years. You might as well trade them, get some draft capital, try to build on it. I think it's a great move. I think both moves are phenomenal. Jets can't get a top 3 pick because we could beat Cleveland. True. Yeah, the Jets screwed themselves over by winning too many games. And Dodger fan, thanks for all the stickers and stuff, man. I appreciate it. Flay, I missed you at the Dodger parade. Did not see you. Yeah, I was busy not being anywhere other than LA. So, no, honestly, I like LA. I would Patriots on top. It's fucking. You know how miserable that makes me? That the Patriots rebuilt and completely lapped the Jets in no time at all. It's fucking misery. I'm going to a pub. Time to get hammered. Good for you, Carter. No, Mike, listen. One day I'm going to end up in LA. I like to talk shit about LA just because I like to fuck with the people who are sports fans in LA. I'm going to go there again one day. LA, there is a lot of good college basketball in LA. If you know me, Los Angeles, college basketball. I love college basketball. I could probably do a full week where I do a different game every day. I'm definitely going to the Los Angeles area. Maybe next year during college basketball season. You got UC Irvine, UC Santa Barbara, UCLA, USC, Pepperdine, Pacific. There's a lot of good schools out there. Then I want to go see them all. What makes Sausage Party such a good movie? The fact that it's so shockingly graphic for a cartoon that seems like a cute cartoon movie. Coming from a Bills fan, do you hate the Bills as much as I hated the Patriots growing up? No. The Bills haven't won anything. So no. No offense. The Patriots were like the epitome of success, and the amount that Tom Brady just bent the Jets over time and time and time again. I don't know if I could find that hatred for the Bills that I have for the Patriots, besides the fact that the Bills haven't won anything. We'll see, though. Josh Allen has potential to get on that level. Flair, you surprised Toronto choked it away. I was. Especially in that Game 7, I felt like Toronto had it. I felt like they were the better team. Are Colts a first-round exit? It depends who they play. If the Colts get home field, the Colts have been very good on their home field. I wouldn't say they're definitely a first-round exit. I'd like to see who they play. How do you feel about playing the Ravens next week? I hope the Jets just lose football games so we get a good pick. I'm not in it for. I don't really want. I'm not looking for anything other than a high pick at this point. I don't want to see the Jets win games. It's pretty pointless. What did he say? He said next season is the Cubs' year. Got to see what the Cubs do this offseason. I think the Cubs are definitely going to be back in the postseason, but lot to happen. Better teams don't blow Game 7 at all. I mean they were the better team. I feel like the whole game, Dodger fan. I wasn't saying like the series, because I was sitting there the whole series, but I came off since Vietnam. Would the Cubs have been swept like the Brewers? Probably. No. What I'm saying is I felt like the Blue Jays were like the better team in that game. I felt like they had everything going. They were playing well. The Dodgers were the better team. Like roster-wise, by a mile, better team. But that game, it just felt like all the momentum was on Toronto's side, and Miguel Rojas ties it up, and the place deflated. Toronto had ample opportunity to win that game, and they just didn't take it. For me, I want to see them win against the Patriots in December. I'm going to that game. Well, yeah, that's a good reason. Y'all got like 3 first-round picks, or was it 2? 3. We got our pick, the Colts pick, and the better pick of the Cowboys or Packers next year. I ran into a friend, and he said Trump is the greatest president of all time. What is your opinion? I think that's insane. And listen, I'm not a politics guy. Nothing against Donald Trump. He's not the greatest president of all time. That's crazy. There's too much shit going on in the world to say he is. Why is Garrett Wilson so too? I can think of a lot of reasons. Don't think Trump ended slavery. Yeah, no, there's a million things that have happened in history that to say Trump was the greatest president of all time is fucking crazy. Yeah, I mean, I mean, B. Glassman, if you wanted to break it down in terms of like Abraham Lincoln's full presidency, to be fair, Lincoln took over and the country seceded. So you can look at it from two different perspectives of like the country split up when Lincoln was there, but then it also he brought it back together. It's a whole thing. Like we can like if we really wanted to get into it, I don't really want to. I think saying Trump was the greatest president of all time is just somebody who likes to wave the MAGA flag and like wear their big hat, wear their big MAGA hat. Excuse me. It's not just a big hat. And again, I've been open. I've voted for Donald Trump myself because it was a lesser of two evils choice. I'm not a Trump guy. I'm not a big like fucking Trump supporter. No politics, football. Somebody asked me on YouTube. Listen. Wait, what'd you ask, Chucky? I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Honest question coming from a Bills fan. It's fair. Roosevelt has been the only president elected 4 times. Very good point. Yeah, listen, B, I'm sorry. Sometimes people ask me questions. I have a tendency to just answer everything that comes through. Even if somebody tells me you look like a fucking, you look like a human version of fucking Gollum, I'll read that and say, oh, thanks, man. I just have a tendency to read everything. I try not to shy away from any topic because I like to discuss things. If people want to talk about things, I'm down to talk about it. Jets bugging trading away their best player to arguably the best team in the league. Which one? I don't even know. They changed the election rules and he was in a wheelchair. He wins. True. Yeah, think about that today. Joda, thanks for the follow. Jets, really? I mean, listen, man. I like punishment. I like pain. No, it's true. Like, listen, I think in today's day and age, I can't imagine he would have won 4 times, especially the health he was in. Yeah, listen, Kevin, I'm a fucking sucker for pain. Go Birds. Ugh, Philadelphia. I knew something smelled in here. No, I'm kidding. Must be nice. The Eagles are probably going to be right back where they belong again this year. They look like they're starting to pick it up a little bit. Oh, my God. I'm watching UConn, Arizona right now. This game's insane. But, yeah, listen, there's a million things. We want to get into presidential talk. I'm a big history buff. I like talking about presidents. I always have a very odd way of looking at things. Trump also didn't beat the Nazis or end segregation. There's a lot of things that have happened in history. For anybody to say that he's the greatest president is just asinine. Who do I try to get for Ladd McConkey. What a fucking segue. We went from talking about ending the Nazi regime and segregation to who should I get for Ladd McConkey. Classic fucking... Anyway, I don't know. Probably a running back. I think you can get a number 1 running back. Jets traded Sauce Gardner, the best cornerback in the league. He's not the best cornerback in the league. Stop it. Will the Jets get a Super Bowl within the next 30 years? Probably not. Drake May MVP. He should be right now. If the season ended today, Drake May is the MVP. 100%. No, he's definitely not, but okay. There are better quarterbacks than Sauce Gardner. Come on. And 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner is crazy. Whatever. The Colts are going for it. I get it. I hate that the Patriots are good. It's fucking miserable, man. The Patriots lapped the Jets in their rebuild. I was so looking forward to the Patriots being bad for a few years, being bad for a long time, and they're not. Would you still do questionable things for Abdul Carter? I remember you said that. Yes, and no. I would not still do questionable things to have Abdul Carter on my team. No. Boston is a dump. Boston's not a terrible city. I hate the Colts. I want the Colts to lose out because we want a better draft pick. We're here for the picks now. Dart or Hurts? I think Jackson... Listen, I don't think Jalen Hurts is that good. I think he's a product of the guys around him. He does enough to win football games. You can't say Jackson Dart is better than Jalen Hurts right now. Can't do that. I think he's got potential to be. Go Bills, gross. I hate the Colts, so annoying. I just want the Colts to lose football games. I want to pick. What if he's like that? Carter is like... No, it's just the Giants. That's the thing. Like, Abdul Carter's been so bad. He's just like, he's not making any impact at all. It sucks. I thought he was a stud. I thought he was going to be a stud. I think he's got to get a little bigger. This UConn-Arizona game's crazy, by the way. Hold on. I'm coming back in a second. Damn. All right, we're back. Arizona is good again. Arizona is 4-0 right now, and they are taking it to UConn in stores right now. The Heisman belongs to Jeremiah Love. The Heisman's kind of open right now. Week 14, the Tank Bowl, Jets versus Saints. There's a part of me, there's a sick side of me that can't wait for that game. I think that's the game that the Jets are going to unleash Brady Cook. Unleash like he's some fucking... unleash is a strong word, but Brady Cook's probably going to play. We've talked about a lot of things. We've talked about presidents. We've talked about Ladd McConkey. We've talked about the Jets. The number one pick goes to the Raiders. We're the worst team in the NFL. Raiders look really bad right now, Mike. Not to harp on something I talked about, but when I say that drafting a running back doesn't make sense when your team is awful? It's kind of adding up. And I love Ashton Jeanty. I think Jeanty's going to be fine once they actually build a fucking competent organization around him. Competent roster. But... Alright. I'm shutting down the TikTok stream for a little bit. A couple new followers in that. And we're here. I'm here for you guys now. All right. Max Crosby is like the NFL's Mike Trout, wasting a generational talent on a garbage franchise. Mike Trout's strong, but Max Crosby is definitely one of those guys that is just like, he's such a good player. He's a premier defensive lineman in this league. He's never really going to sniff a shot at like any sort of title. I think if he played for a better organization, people would talk about him a lot more. People talk about him, but he's one of the best defensive linemen, pure defensive ends I think we've ever, maybe not that we've ever seen, but currently in the league. He plays so hard. He's such a good football player. I love watching Max Crosby play. He's one of my favorite guys to watch play every single week. I remember when he played against the Jets, he fucking, had a field day. Damn. Did Alex Caravan just miss 2 free throws? All right. Bucks took your soul. The Bucks took my soul? What do you mean the Bucks took my soul? I don't even know what you're talking about. If the Raiders just kept their interim coach the year they made the playoffs in 2021, they'd probably be in a way different place. I'm not really sure why the Raiders decided to get rid of Rick. What was that? Rich Bisaccia? Is that how you say his name? I understand that the idea of John Gruden was really was a premier. That's a premier name, a premier coach. I get it. That felt like a culture-changing move, but it didn't work. I mean, obviously there was a scandal. Bisaccia, sometimes you don't try to fix what's not broken. But I understand John Gruden, the excitement around the team, excitement around the organization, a guy like Gruden. It was McDaniels? Wait. Oh, Gruden was before, right? Wait. Hold on. Bisaccia took over for Gruden. I'm sorry. You're right, Josh McDaniels. I am so wrong on my timeline. I apologize. It was Gruden to Bisaccia to Josh McDaniels, who Josh McDaniels might be one of the Josh McDaniels might be one of the best offensive coordinators we've ever seen. The guy can't coach a football team to save his life. It's the second time he coached a team, and it just didn't work out. Some people aren't built to be head coaches, and Josh McDaniels was one of those guys. I apologize. I had my timeline was all off there. But the Cowboys beat the Raiders, and now they've got the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. Relax, people. I would say, Mike, I think the Cowboys are a team that if they do get in the playoffs, they are not an easy out. They are a team that I would not want to see in the postseason. Now that Quinnen Williams is there, who looked really good. I know their defense still isn't great, but I don't think their offense is that bad. I think they'd be a team I just wouldn't want to play. I think people putting them in the Super Bowl is fucking crazy. That's insane. How bad was that Brandon Staley timeout for the Chargers? Legitimately one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in a football game. Like, at that point, of the game, you gotta know the situation. You gotta understand. I believe if they let the time run out, they both would have made the playoffs. If they tied that game, they both made the playoffs. At that point, you gotta know the situation. You gotta understand that, like, the Raiders aren't going to do anything to jeopardize their chance of getting in the playoffs. Like, the Raiders at that point were just ready to let the clock run out because they knew what they were playing for. They're not trying to screw the Chargers over because trying to push the ball up the field gave the potential of something disastrous happening and the Chargers going back the other way. You got to know your situation. Brandon Staley, I think, just had a mind fart within the game, not understanding the bigger picture. That was terrible. Brandon Staley. I said Stanley. Staley. That was one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. It made no sense, obviously. You let the clock run out. You make the playoffs. Clearly the Raiders aren't going to do anything to jeopardize their own chance at that point. And then out of spite, they decided to fuck the Chargers. Then he choked to the Jags a year later. Yeah, B Glass Man, that one hits home to me because I bet on the Chargers that game. I bet a good amount of money, more money than I usually bet on football games. I had a fat cash out at halftime, and I said, nah, there's no way the Chargers lose this game. And damn it, wouldn't you know it, the Chargers end up losing that game. That's why betting is never a sure thing, ladies and gentlemen. People may tell you it is. They are lying to you. It is never a sure thing. That was, dude. To this day, that's one of those bad beats that I still think about. Now that I think about it, it would be fun seeing the Cowboys lose in the Super Bowl. I don't think we got to worry about the Cowboys being there. Personally, that's just me. I know we got Alabama, Illinois. Looks like I'm staying up past my bedtime tonight. We are absolutely burning the midnight oil tonight for a little bit. For a little.